Welcome to One More. I'm your host, Brian Erickson. Each week, we bring in two new guests. We sit them down on the couch. We find out why they do what they do. And this week is no exception. We have songwriter and videographer Ryan Hanratty, a.k.a. Catch Me If You Can. And we have the leader of the funkiest rock band in New Jersey, Sir Xerri. But first, and as always, Chris Dubrow.
Hey, Brian. How's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
Doing all right. How are things? How was your weekend? What'd you do?
It was all right.
You had a show. You had a show at John and Peters. When was that? Was that on Friday or Saturday?
That was Saturday.
Oh, that's nice. That's fun.
Yeah. And I bought a guitar pedal.
Oh, what guitar? You've been
I've
a
been
pedal
gearing
jockey.
up a little
You've been
bit,
a pedal
yeah.
jockey lately.
Yeah, I got a delay pedal. So that's good.
Gonna get freaky. Is this the extensions is gonna start getting experimental?
We've already been.
Oh man.
yeah.
This
No,
is
we're
exciting.
like, it is. And you played a show with Cake and Ben Folds.
Yeah,
last
on
week.
Wednesday. Yeah, we
I
closed
know
out.
we usually talk weekend, but that
Yeah.
was kind of a big deal.
That was a big deal.
for you guys.
That was Ben Folds was great. I don't think it was a good summer stage show because it was like mostly piano, and then he brought on like a cello and an acoustic and like a stand-up drummer. That was cool. Cake.
They're your guys.
Here's the thing. I love Cake. When they were playing, it was great. Like when they were doing the songs, it was really cool. But
And then when they weren't playing,
when they
not
were like
so good.
they were doing like the 20-minute interlude about auction, like giving away that tree, and it's like they were already started late and the sound ordinance was kicking in.
What happened?
So Cake, whenever they play, they give away a tree, and they're like giving someone else, like, hey, plant this, which is cool. But like it took them 20 minutes to do it.
Is it cool though?
It's a cool idea. I mean,
Is it, though?
It's funny to me. That's a funny thing to do, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's
Give
like
away
an
a tree.
inconvenient gift.
Yeah, it's just like, you got to go plant this now.
And then, oh, great, thanks. I'm parked all
I
the
should
way.
say it's a sapling. It's not like a tree. It's like a little, like you can carry it. It's just a funny thing to walk out of a show with. But like when you start late and like there's a specific sound ordinance at the Stone Pony Summer Stage, like it was a little bit like, well, they're not going to be able to play as many songs as you want because like they're running out of time.
Yeah.
But the show was great. That was
Did
really
they play
cool.
Love You Madly?
Yes, they did towards
Good.
the end. That
Good.
was really good.
It's my favorite Cake song.
Is that really?
It is, yeah.
I maintain Comfort Eagle is their best album. So I think every song on that album is their best song.
Okay, fair. It's a good record.
Yeah, it was a good one. That was cool. That was a good time. It was. I felt a little bit like it because we closed out, so we got the backstage passes. So I was just sending Snapchats from backstage.
I saw
entire night.
a few of those.
I was being rude about it, but like, come on now. How often do
of
I
course.
get to do that? I did not get
zero
to meet.
times, not very often at all.
No, I will never get that again. They banned me from the Stone Pony.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
did I tell you
man.
about the time we got kicked out of the Wonder Bar backstage?
No.
I was talking to Bob Macon at the Bob Macon Making Waves 30th anniversary. I was talking to Bob Macon backstage.
Now, hasn't it been Bob Macon's 30th anniversary for at least like 2 years now? 3
Bob,
years, something
Bob,
like that?
if you ask me, it only looks like the 20th anniversary. But yeah, I was talking
Ooh,
to
all right.
him. That was a compliment.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was talking to him, and he was like, and like some guy came up and was like, "You can't be back here." I'm like, I'm talking to Bob.
I'm with Bob,
I'm with
please.
Bob. I wanted to pull that. That was like the only time I was like, "Can I pull this card?" And I was like, I was playing the Wonder Bar like 2 days later. I wanted to be like such a dick about it, but I decided not to. So, only time in my life I've been the bigger man. So, mark that.
I've parked in the Wonder Bar parking lot when there's been no parking elsewhere.
Uh-oh, big boy.
Yeah, no,
Tough
true
boy.
story. True story.
How'd
Me
that work out?
and Matt Cook, actually, former guest of the show, Matt Cook,
Former
and
guest,
I both,
current friend, Matt Cook.
we both I think we were playing the hotel, and I was just like, you know what, the heck with it, let's just park here. They're not gonna ask. And of course somebody like pokes their head out of the back, and they were like, are you guys playing the show tonight? And I'm like, oh yeah, no, we're playing a show tonight.
Oh, so you didn't lie.
But I didn't say we're playing the
Yeah,
show.
no, I
I
see
said
what
we're
you did.
playing a show.
That's why we keep Brian around. He's a smart cookie.
And,
he can make
and the
moves
guy
like that.
and the guy's like, all right, cool, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, no, we'll meet you there. We got some gear. Yeah.
And you didn't get towed, so it worked out in the end.
No, worked
I haven't
out
gotten a
great.
parking ticket in Asbury this summer yet. So
Really? Who
that's-
didn't? Who just got? Lou from Levy and the
Yeah,
Oaks.
Lou just
Didn't
got.
he
We've been living
the
here for
head-
3 years.
Headline news right there.
There's big
Lou
news
from
Lou.
Levy and the Oaks, ladies and gentlemen,
It
just
was
got
on-
a parking ticket.
It was front page of the APP.
Yeah.
Speaking of the APP, I no longer work at the APP. I am now unemployed. If anyone's looking to hire someone with absolute no qualification to do anything, hit me up on Twitter.
I wonder if Melissa's job is hiring.
What is Melissa?
Our frequent viewer, Melissa.
Our frequent viewer, Melissa?
Yeah, I believe, I don't know, we'll find out if her
Well,
job
I don't
is
need
hiring.
a job because I'm making millions as a stand-up comedian these days.
Okay, and all
Yeah.
those sweet The Burns royalties from
those-
your guys' UEP that just came
the
out.
UEP.
Okay.
Calling the EP the UEP is so funny to me, and it's so complicated and so confusing to people.
Okay, that
'Cause they-
just confused me
Yeah,
slightly.
it's the
though I'm
official
on board.
name.
I'm on board
Yeah.
with it.
The official name is the UEP, but most people are calling it either U or the U, which is hilarious.
I like that.
Both are incorrect, but I think that's funny to me.
I like that. I had a buddy who did something similar too.
What did he call it?
He called it the Love Triangle EP.
And that's like the
That's
full
on
name.
the jacket. It says the Love Triangle EP.
Yeah, that's such a cool idea, but
But
people
I
don't-
mean, the UEP seems a bit snappier.
yeah, it's like sounds like big, you know.
Yeah.
Like this is the UEP.
The UEP.
There's no other UE. There's no albums called U out there. I looked
Really?
this up. No, not at all. Are you kidding me?
You would think.
Speaking of you, we have two guests that you should bring on. That was a weak one.
Yeah, a little bit, but that's all right. You know, it's
We're
weird.
here. We're working. We're learning.
It feels like we've been on a longer break than we have.
Yeah, it's only been a week.
Last week really dragged.
It was a long
man.
week.
It's a long week.
Long week.
Not my favorite.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me. 'Cause we haven't
All
seen
right,
each
so
other since.
let's bring in our first guest. He is a recording artist, a videographer, a promoter, and the founder of Frosted Green Productions. And he's got a brand new self-titled EP out. Ladies and gentlemen, Catch Me If You Can.
I'll sit over here. Yeah, I sit over here and just chill during the interviews and mostly just watch. I like it.
Eyes over here. Eyes over here.
So I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed in you.
Oh boy. See, now people are thinking this is a bit, but it's not. Okay, so why are you disappointed?
I've
no
been
red
promoting
pants?
this all week about the red pants. You're right.
Yeah, no, I've been
what do
really.
I get beige.
I've been really well. Work doesn't always approve of the red pants, especially on a Monday. So I've been coming directly from work a lot more recently. So, you know,
I'm
as
gonna
my
have to work with your
job
boss.
is. Yeah, no, you could go ahead and talk to her. Be
Okay.
like, Brian needs to wear red pants more often.
We sent out a couple
and
of
around the
emails.
office.
We mostly just get replies back like, "Who are you people and why are you talking to me?" So not going so well, but
All right, well, but you not for a lack of trying, and
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
we
Thank
definitely
you.
tried.
All right, so I had no idea that when we met 8 years ago on the set of Backstage Story that I would actually get the opportunity to like return the favor one
The
day.
cards are flipped.
Yeah, so thank you for that. I appreciate
can't believe we're
that.
pushing a decade.
Yeah, aren't we though?
Yeah.
And that's crazy. And you still look so young.
And you still have an awesome beard.
Thank you. Did I even have a beard then?
No, you didn't.
I didn't.
You didn't. It was very smooth.
It was. I couldn't grow one yet. That's a secret.
When will I grow a beard, Brian?
What?
When will I grow a beard?
You're working on it.
Oh,
One day.
your mother and I
haven't
will have
shaved
to
in, like,
talk to
3
you
weeks.
You haven't seen anything. Sir Xerri's beard will knock everybody else's beard just out of the park.
Yeah,
Even Nash's beard. I saw you look over there off camera. to Nash.
He's got a System of a Down worthy beard.
Oh, his is crazy good. Yeah,
Crazy
he's got a good
Armenian
beard.
beards.
So, you wear quite a few different hats. You record under the name Catch Me If You Can. You produce video for Frosted Green Productions, and you host live music events a couple times a year. Want to try and kind of hit all that. That's the goal.
gonna
Whether or
try to
not
run
we
through.
actually get to it, you know, we'll see. So I want to talk about Catch Me If You Can first, though. Where do you come up with the name?
How can I say this without getting a lawsuit?
It's all right. It's all right. It's the movie. I already know the answer.
Well, it is exactly the movie, but it's because my last name is Hanratty,
Okay.
and the main character, Carl Hanratty, is a cop, like my dad, who is named Mike Hanratty, who is a cop. And then I was just like, I have to do this. And also the name before it was really bad.
What was the name before it? I don't think I actually don't know this.
I think the pterodactyl boy.
Wow.
Was it
That's
really?
really bad,
That was
That's a
dude.
really bad band.
That's a really poor
That was
choice.
the sad part. It wasn't a band. It was me.
Oh, it was like a solo project. That's really rough.
That was a bad
That's like
one.
that's like a middle schooler trying to come up with like the coolest thing they can think of.
Well, but think about that though. Justin Pope from last week, though, his
Was
band
amazing.
was incredible,
Was-
and
was- It was like Warhead Nuclear Holocaust. It was something rock and roll.
Yeah, it was really
It was. Can
really
we get
cool.
Can we get a researcher on that?
Yeah, if we could, that'd be great.
Yeah, I just gotta know.
But yeah, songs about dinosaurs and stuff. So at least you're tracking along, that path, which is good.
Yeah, less dinosaurs, but.
So yeah, Catch Me If You Can. One of my favorite Steven Spielberg movies. The best line of Tom Hanks' whole career. I don't curse on air, so knock knock, who's there? Look it up.
You do rhyme though.
Your new EP came out in June.
Yep.
How's it doing?
It's doing all right. I've gotten a lot of good compliments. And then I just recently got it on all the Spotify, Amazon, Google Play, Apple Music.
Now this one's a little more fully produced than the others, which were kind of largely acoustic guitar based. Like how'd that idea come about?
I really wanted to get out of my basement.
Okay.
I have a friend, John Baldessano, who was also a solo musician, and his career path makes him sound like the smartest guy in any room. He is a sound architect.
Okay. I've heard of people like that.
And he was like, so yeah, I got some time off. You wanna get this done? And I was like, okay, sure.
5 songs.
Yeah, and it worked out.
How long did it take?
About 5 months.
A song per month. Every single day for 30 days uninterrupted.
I wish it was like that, but it was Ryan, can you come tonight? All right, I'll sit in traffic for 3 hours. Got it.
Where was it? Where'd you record?
Manalapan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm from Queens.
That's
so.
a ride, man.
Yeah. Worth it though. Worth it.
Yeah, geez, the things we do for the things we love.
I recorded my own house, and it was too much of a commute for me after a while. So I can sympathize with you.
Well, Chris lives on the 3rd floor,
Yeah, I
so
had to
it's
go all the way down
really
to the
he had
first
to
floor to
3 flights
record.
of stairs, and forget even trying to get him back upstairs.
Let's not even talk about that, man.
That's
So
why you put a bed in the recording studio.
we were thinking about it, but then I would really never leave that room. And it would get messy. Smell bad.
So, whose music were you listening to while you were making this record? What was helping you get inspired?
Well, I guess my biggest inspiration for music have kind of been pretty steady. They've kind of grown outward than when I was younger. But definitely like Frank Turner, Third Eye Blind.
Okay.
I always have that Green Day and those punk bands sitting back there, but that's basically the folk punk and also kind of the 90s rock.
Okay. And how did your experience? You played in a couple bands. Played in Wolfosaurus Rex, and we had Brittany on last season, and you played in Mischief Night as well. Are they still together, Mischief Night? Yeah, I didn't think so because Todd is kind of
Todd's a dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he moved to Virginia.
There you go, home of Pat and Oswald.
Yeah,
That's who we were just talking about before we started recording.
I can confirm both those things.
Yeah, thanks. So how did your experience playing in those bands, inform how you made this EP?
Oh, it helped me so much. I still don't. I have a very when I listen to myself play, I listen to myself as if I'm the worst person I've ever heard. But I've been able to raise that because of those bands.
Yeah,
I've learned a lot, and because I've been working with people who know music and are extremely talented.
Now, is it purposeful that this is the only one of your records on the major streaming sites? I mean, I know they're all on Bandcamp and stuff, but the Spotify, Amazon, Google Play, all that stuff. Do you look at this as sort of a creative leap that you'd rather just have stand on its own?
I think I'm looking at it kind of as a start of doing this more for real and putting more than just my own recordings out there.
Okay, so kind of like a second debut of sorts. Because how long have you been recording as Catch Me If You Can? It's been years.
Since 2012.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been quite a while.
Yeah, and I think this is the first one I really want people to hear.
Excellent. And I want to kind of pivot to your business, Frosted Green Productions. When did that get started?
2014.
You're a busy guy, man.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. Now, why would you start your own video company in the 2010s when anybody who has a phone literally has a camera on them?
I like to think that I can give something that, like, everyone in this room filming this right now, I think will kind of agree to me to some extent, that I can offer something that a phone or Apple can't, you know? I definitely want to give, like, that's why I always advertise that I can do multiple camera shoots and stuff like that, because something is like, yes, there's the in the moment aspect of like Snapchat, Instagram, and all that, but I want to give something that you can actually show people that you're really proud of.
Now, how highly do you feel people value well-produced video? You know, now because there's now so much out there, do you feel people notice or care about the difference? You know, somebody just shooting on their camera versus something as well done as some of the videos that you can make?
I think it really depends on the person you're talking to. It's very saturated. The whole market is saturated, and you could easily do something on your phone that's going to probably do a lot better than something someone spent hours working on. But I think there's the right people out there who understand that, like, this is something that will bring me to the next level other than like a few thousand views on Facebook. There's easily becomes tiers of what sets your like your bar of professionality.
Okay. Now, how does your experience as a performer dictate how you work behind the camera, particularly with musicians? Because I know you do a lot, you know, with local musicians and things like that.
I definitely think of it as something like, what would I want? Like, a lot of it becomes like, all right, well, if I was doing a lyric video, if I was doing a music video, what's something that like I would value in my own production? But obviously then I go to the artists and I give them ideas. I try to help with that. And I also try to like coax them to come up with their own version of it too. So I do think that it has helped me a lot by working with different musicians, both playing and with the video stuff. So.
And what kind of other projects does Frosted Green do?
I've been doing. I say we. Hi.
Well, is Bridget still involved at all, or?
She'll help me. Bridget will help. Bridget's my girlfriend. She will help me a lot when it comes to like financial stuff. Like, she'll be like,
that seems about
yeah,
right.
Maybe you shouldn't buy that 4K camera right now. And then I'll be like,
is that what her actual voice sounds like?
No.
For me, it's perfect impersonation, I think. Roll with it.
She'll kill me.
Don't be fooled, guys. Like, she totally will. Yeah, she's probably like out there waiting.
I heard that impression, Ryan. Oh no!
Wow, that's Ryan's. You just impersonated of yourself. Wow.
It was a little bit like the gingerbread man from Shrek.
I was going for Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, crossed with Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, a little bit of that too.
But what was your question?
I guess. Well, I had asked what other projects Frosted Green, you know, what you guys do, and then you said, hey, it's just me. But then we said Bridget also helps on the business end of things.
Yeah, no. I usually what I'll do is if like I'm doing like live events, which I do a few times a year, I'll hire out help, like because some of it's just too much to do on your own. But I've been branching out a little bit. I've been doing some like pilots for things, and I'm doing a little bit kind of less music related stuff just to kind of build my own portfolio.
Okay.
And then just tying it back to Frosted Green.
Now let's talk about one other thing I want to kind of touch on too is FrostFest, the live music series that you've been doing for a couple of years now. Now that initially started as like a bit of a fundraiser, right, to help get the company off the ground.
You played the first one.
I did. Yeah, I played. Me and Ian Mellencamp played the first one. Yes, related.
Yep, I scored a Mellencamp.
Yeah,
scored a Mellencamp.
Was it nephew, right?
You didn't get John Cougar. You got
the nephew
Cougar.
Though. Got the nephew.
Did he do?
No.
No.
He was weird, man. He was like
good, but
let's get him on.
We could probably get him.
You definitely could.
Let's do it. That'd be funny as hell for me.
I'll get him.
All right,
We'll
cool.
get him. We'll get him.
Next- very
Matt,
nice.
get on it. We'll get John Mellencamp's nephew.
We'll get John Mellencamp's nephew.
Yeah. Oh my God, no, that would be awful. We're not. I'm canceling his appearance. Because all we're gonna do is talk about his uncle, guys. We can't do that.
I'm agreeing with you now.
So when your uncle wrote Cherry Bomb,
He'd be like, I never met my uncle.
yeah, that sounds about right. The only thing he gave him was his last name. So, yes, I played the first one, but how's that? Now you've been doing that for years now. That first one was like, that's got to be 4 years ago now. 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, 4 years ago. 3 years ago, yeah.
Okay, but yeah, so it's been a while. So now you've done you do a bunch of these. Now you do like 2 a year now.
Yep, the next one is September 15th. And I'd like to just jump back to the first one because
Oh boy.
I think he knows where I'm going with this. Him and my girlfriend Bridget were doing The Door, and
We did not do those drugs. I promise you, we did not
a
take
woman
those
comes
drugs.
up to them and saying like, "Would you guys like some gummy bears?"
Her name was Blanca. Get it right, Ryan.
And those are special gummy bears, weren't they, Brian?
I didn't eat the gummy bears, folks. I did not eat.
I'm sorry.
The
So a
gummy
woman named
bears.
Blanca.
Blanca.
I imagine she's wearing like a tattered wool coat.
She looked like she had just walked out of a yurt.
Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about. She offers you gummy bears. Presumably just pulls
gummy
them out of her
bears.
pocket, just totally raw. I was like, and you didn't eat them?
I didn't.
You coward.
My grandparents were there.
Did they eat them?
No. Patty
Oh.
and Jack did not eat them.
Patty and Jack.
Yeah, no. Patty and Jack did not. That would have been amazing.
I think-
We've been talking about trying to slip Jack a little something just to see,
God.
just
What
to
do you
see what he does.
Not we. You have with other people.
with some of my other family
Okay.
members.
Cohorts.
Yeah.
Cohorts.
So I want to talk about. I don't want
Sorry.
to. I don't want to talk about drugs, and the fact that I didn't do them.
We're gonna talk about
Didn't do
drugs
them.
with Xerri.
So, we're gonna talk about all the drugs. With
nothing
him.
but.
I mean, he plays jam rock, so it's like baked in.
Nice pun.
Thank you. It's a feature, not a bug, folks. So you're doing all these things within the New Jersey music scene,
Yep.
but yet, like you said before, you live in New York. Still,
I'm a
you've
parasite.
always lived in New York. No. But what I mean though is, first off, how often do you get down here to see shows?
I try a lot. It's hard. It was. Well, I just got a lot more free time, but I was hard with working.
Yeah.
And then
Well, you've always got a place to stay at
That's true. Jesse
Chris's
Elliott.
house.
Oh.
Yeah, at Chris's house.
But yeah, no, I tried. Being that I was in 2 bands that were always in Jersey, that kind of helped. It was like, oh, look, we're gonna practice, and we'll go to the show while we're doing at it, you know. But and that's kind of how I met a lot of the bands that I work with, you included.
Yeah.
But so it's just kind of I found it kind of just found its way to a comfortable home at McGuinn's. I've tried to go to other places too, but McGuinn's has always been has literally become like a home base for it.
Yeah, no, and if I could say too, my band, the Paper Jets, we that's one of the places that we started at too, was McGuinn's. They gave us a whole bunch of our early shows.
Mm-hmm.
So you wouldn't think too, for this like bar just outside Trenton that seems a bit like rough and tumble, that they're actually pretty cool. Yeah, more than that. If you've seen the inside of those bathrooms, man, oh my God.
I mean, that they're great though. Like Billy, the owner, is probably one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Never met him.
He's a really good guy. All the staff has been really good to me, and yeah, every show I've done there has turned out really solid.
That's great. Now, do you feel that the fact that you do all this stuff, you perform, you have Frosted Green, and you host these shows, do you feel that kind of adds to your credibility as someone that others would maybe trust and want to work with?
I hope so. I think like being a musician definitely helps other musicians like at least reach out and like try to at least come up with something that maybe we can work on together and work like that. Like I always I try to be very upfront. Like it is a hired service, and like I understand musicians. It's hard. I get it.
Yeah.
But I definitely always try to make it works very easily with musicians. And then like it depends on the project too, because like it could be like a very big budgeted thing that where it just we have to figure something out. But yeah, it definitely working with musicians has helped, and that's actually how I found some other stuff within film and doing outside stuff too.
Okay. Well, Ryan, I wanted to actually thank you because without you, I actually wouldn't be hosting this show in the first place. Because I sort of, as I'm thinking of like these questions and stuff like that, I'm sort of connecting the dots back to you introducing me to Brittany, who introduced me to Bob Macon, who introduced me to Danny Coleman, who had me on the show, introduced me to Matt, that eventually sort of got us to where we are today. And it's pretty cool how those sort of chance meetings, me going back to my old college to like do an interview on the student TV station sort of led to this now almost a decade later. So it's kind of cool how those little like chance meetings end up being, friends for almost 10 years.
I am a puppet master.
Thank you. We're going to hear a couple of these new songs in just a little bit,
Yeah,
right?
we are. Yeah.
All right, great. Ryan Hanratty, a.k.a. Catch Me If You Can.
Thank you, guys.
OneMore, sponsored by You Don't Know Jersey. Founded in 2010 by Alice and Ed Maziak. Hey, You Don't Know Jersey has been covering all the best music, food, sports, arts, and cultural events that the Garden State has to offer for nearly a decade. Hey, Brian, do you want to know when the annual Interlake and Township Michael Flatley Irish River Dance-Off is?
Already know when it is.
When is it, baby?
No idea. Tell me.
Come on, it's not written down. You didn't give that to me. Hey, Alice and Ed, we need that information.
Yeah, if we could.
Hey, Sir Xerri, weren't you asking about where to find the best live bait and tackle shop in Bergen County? Don't lie to me. Yes, you were, because you're a rugged, burly outdoorsman. That's why. So whether you're in High Point, Cape May, or anywhere in between, check out YouDon'tKnowJersey.com for the latest. You don't know Jersey, but they sure do. That's not their slogan. Brian!
Who's our next guest, Chris?
Our next guest is the man, the myth, the legend, the golden hat.
Sir Xerri.
Thank you. What an introduction.
Wow. Oh, my goodness.
It's really a golden hat.
This is, I mean, look out, James Bond, the man with the golden hat.
We were at a show
No,
together.
other way.
We were at a
All
show
right.
together.
Tell me how to wear my hat.
We were at a show together, and my girlfriend saw your hat, and she's like, I need you to steal that from him immediately.
Couldn't you just have said, couldn't she have just, if I could, which camera's on? Which
one are we
one?
looking at?
Ava, why couldn't you just say, hey, I need you to find out where you could buy me that hat?
Because it's much more fun to steal, Brian.
Well, think
But
about
he's
the
a good
victim.
dude,
Come
but
on.
Sir's a good guy. Like, you don't
Look,
want to...
It's nothing personal. It's just it's a great hat.
I get it.
Where did you get that hat? Can you name names?
I can, yeah. This hat actually just sort of appeared in my life randomly at a show.
Okay, so you stole it from someone at a show.
No, it was.
Wait.
It was
So you
specifically-
you had a hat that appeared to you for you at a live show also?
Is that a thing that happens to
That
me?
happened to me too. You go first.
Yeah. So I don't remember. I think it was actually my 30th birthday show at none other than the Great Hob Tavern.
Yes.
Have you been there?
Of course I have. I sat down. I interviewed Roy Orbitron. I listened to him talk for 5 hours that day.
Connor's one of those. He can pull that off.
Oh my God. Yeah. And we sat there. That place has very bad heat, very poor heat. And it was the middle of winter.
You know, hey, they're always fixing things over there.
But it's a great place. Great grilled cheese, good tomato soup, and excellent beer.
Oh yeah, the products are amazing.
Yes.
And friendly staff. No, but actually, they really are great. We started playing. We basically were just like, hey, can you let us play there? I know you can't fit a band, nor do you ever have full bands here. But what about us? And it worked.
They couldn't resist the pickled vegetable
Yeah.
shirt.
That's one of my best features is the outfit.
The shirt with the pickled vegetables.
It's to
on it.
distract you from the lack of substance going on.
Oh,
on the
stop it!
inside.
That is the money maker right there. If we get a close up of Sir's face.
We gotta zoom in.
It's totally
that'd be
ungroomed.
great.
All right, hang on.
No, we silence.
Again, you can talk while
No,
the
we can't, guys. No, we can't.
Audit point.
This is I don't usually have a beard like this either. You know, it's just been sort of growing on me.
It's been
Sorry about that one.
Hey, we're done. Thank you so much for joining us.
Were
It's
we on the
a
hat?
great beard. Yeah, we're still on the hat though.
We never got away
Sorry.
from it.
Yeah. So So actually, now I realize it's not a good story, but yeah, some friends of mine, Roger and Cecilia, they're like looking to get rid of a hat, and they're like, "Who's gonna wear this hat?" I know a guy, and so
I know a guy.
They brought it in set 2. It was on my head, and I've never worn a baseball cap in my entire life.
It looks great on
never
you.
had one.
Like it's very
now-
very becoming,
Yeah.
It fits.
Yep.
It works.
Ties the outfit together.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, it ties every outfit together.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
There's very few. I mean, other than maybe at a funeral, that hat can be worn almost anywhere.
Put it in the casket.
We'll see.
Put it in the
yeah,
casket.
we'll
Put
try.
it in the casket.
Whenever when it's all when this book has been written, that
when
goes
this
with-
mortal coil has been shuffled off.
that hat
Leon,
goes
but
that hat goes with you.
I'd say there's virtually zero chance of me not losing this hat before I die.
That's fair. That's fair.
I was really looking forward to you saying I'm sure there's absolutely zero chance of me
Ever dying.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope you never die.
Well,
I
because
hope
you make
live
you
forever.
because you just put out an EP. The band put out its debut EP.
That's right.
So
So-
now you may never die.
In some way, we shall always live on. I guess
Yeah.
that's the point.
So we met last year at a Beatles tribute concert,
right.
and did you have the band yet, or were you just kind of starting it up?
What month was that?
That was June 1st, 2017.
I think we had just played. We played our first show as a band with the current lineup on May 24th of that year, and our
Wow.
first practice. I don't even know if we had practiced as a band before that show.
Of course not.
Yeah. So that was pretty much. Yeah, we're basically a little over a year old.
And how easy was it for you to establish such a distinct identity in that short time span? Because you're not the only one. Like, you guys are a real colorful outfit.
Yeah. Honestly, we just all do. There are no guidelines about what.
Was there a discussion? Like Chris's band, The Burns, it's like, okay, well, we're wearing, slacks and overalls tonight. We're wearing jumpsuits tonight. Like, you guys have any of those, band meeting discussions ever?
No, I think we would. We did a Star Wars show once, and it was clear that we were going to dress up as characters.
All four ended up dressing as Chewbacca because they didn't. They just...
Yeah.
That happened to the Afraid Brigade once. They played a Star Wars show and they all dressed as Han Solo. It was really funny.
That's totally legit. That was
one of the funniest moves. That's my kind of humor.
we were
so.
thinking that we might, because we did 3 sets that night. We did an original set, a Star Wars set, and then a cover set. And
How do you do a Star Wars
They did the
set?
da 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 for an hour
we
and a
did
half
Cantina
straight.
Band. No, we learned a lot of. We learned like 3 or 4 of the legit classical compositions. And,
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, you guys can pull that off because you're actual good musicians.
It
It's
was
not like us
you know,
schmucks who don't really know.
Oh,
what we're doing.
I would. I mean, you guys with some practice, you guys could. Fern could do it.
Fern could do it, yeah, but he'd be all. I think he actually did do it. I think Eric Huda has a video of them doing kind of a rock.
Yeah,
cover of
the
one of Star Wars
Imperial.
songs.
I could never though. You guys though,
We,
I could see you totally pulling that off.
We could. I think we did a good job. We could have done better. I'm looking forward to next year. We did it on May the 4th.
Of course. Well, there's
That's what
a
other
May.
day you do it.
Yeah, and now there's Revenge of the 5th. So
Ooh, that's a good point.
you get 2 days.
Yeah, we should just book it back to back, right?
That'd be great.
Yeah, we were thinking maybe first set we'd come on all Chewbacca. Second set we're all Han Solo. Third set all Leia. Different Leia.
That's just my kind of humor, man. That's the shit I do find
Yeah.
funny.
Would you be the Jabba's palace, Leia?
Slave Leia?
You know you would.
So I thought if we were all Leias, absolutely that would be me.
I would hope so.
Because no one else has the legs to pull it off. Am I right, boys?
They are long and lean.
We've
They
got
are
it's
long
3
and
very
lean.
long-legged boys.
Yeah, this is a lot. This is a lot of leg here.
limb.
Look
Lot
at
of limb
this.
going on.
You know, I would have worn long socks. I should have known I was going to cross my legs, but
Yeah.
you know what, Ma? Show a little ankle, right? Let's. Here we go.
Wow. We get a close up of that, guys.
We got a close-up of Sir Sherry's ankle.
Yes.
please.
Oh wait, hang on. That's my bad ankle. Let me.
Oh, get the good one. Yeah, got to get the good one.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I was Leia though for that night,
Excellent.
and that was the last time I shaved. I was clean shaven.
Wow.
Since then, I haven't.
Well, looks good, man. You look good.
Thanks. I'll tell you what. I looked pretty good as Leia too.
I bet you did.
Felt
Did you go
really good.
full Brazilian?
No, just at the top.
Okay.
Only what they could see, come on, I'm not
That's the kind of questions you get on one more.
One
Brian
more.
Erickson.
The hard hitting,
hard-hitting questions. Did you go full Brazilian?
Telling.
Yeah.
Ask all of your guests this.
And I answered honestly, and I would have answered the same if
it's like the
if I
Frost
really
Nixon
did.
interviews all over again.
I know. Yeah. No. This is Cambodia.
I got nothing to hide, so.
Chris loves my political humor.
Yeah,
How's it going?
You guys do have a really good bromance. I wanted to just comment on
This is
that.
my large adult father.
We've only ever hung out one time.
Not at a
outside,
show
Not
or
at a
here.
show or here.
And it was like a
it
week
was
and a half
really good, but it was immediately after a show.
Yeah.
And it was like a week and a half ago. Yeah, 2 weeks, whatever.
We need to do that slumber party we've been talking about for a while. Just two boys sleeping over each other's houses.
PJs.
BJs.
Yeah. All right. I'd be down. All right. So I'd like to talk to you about your influences. Like, what are you listening to that informs your very specific type of songwriting?
Okay, so an important thing to note is that
Because I could list off a few that I think, but
yeah, I'm interested in hearing you do that first. But the stuff that's on the EP, like I don't write all the music for this band.
okay.
So the stuff that's on the EP is pretty much half Tyler, who's in our band, a drummer, and half me. My influences. We all kind of listen to a lot. We have a lot in common as far as like Allman Brothers and Grateful Dead kind of influence.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much that's two of like my short list of four.
Yeah.
That I had.
Recently, and definitely at the time that we were writing some of those riffs specifically, but we've all been starting to listen to a lot of Fish.
Okay. There's three.
Yeah. But for me, really, I didn't listen to any of that stuff growing up, and like my songwriting influences, I guess you'd say, were like Elton John, Billy Joel, like even guys like Dylan didn't come till way later.
Well, I think Elton John is pretty obvious, even just by the way, by the sort of theatricality.
Yeah.
That because even when you play acoustically, like you're still, it's never just t-shirt and jeans. You're always out like presenting it, whether it's a coffee house or a theater type show. There's always a presentation there.
Yeah, it depends on how hot it is and how lazy I am, but in general, I like to wear fun stuff. T-shirts and jeans are just not that much fun to me.
Yeah,
or to other people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like it shows that it sets you apart. How important do you think it is to kind of set yourself apart from the audience and not just look like you're somebody that kind of saunters up from the bar, grabs a guitar, that you're there specifically to perform?
I don't know. I go back and forth on that. I mean, really, like, we're all in it together, even the audience. So it certainly doesn't hurt that if you dress a certain way, people are more likely to remember you. Or, I mean, right now we play a lot of bars where people aren't even there to listen to a band most of the time. So if I'm wearing spandex gold bell bottoms and you can sort of see my junk a little bit, you're more likely to stop and be like, what the hell is going on here? You may or may not like or remember or care that there's a band, but you'll at least
remember your junk.
You'll remember my junk, and that's.
Can we get a close up of his junk, please? Don't.
Let's not get a close up of
all
Sir
three of them
Xerri's
were
junk.
just
Yeah,
nope,
please.
no.
I was gonna name my band "Remember My Junk," but then thought it was too close to Remember Jones, and I love
Remember
those
Jones.
guys. So.
Oh yeah.
Remember junk.
So how does a band effectively incorporate humor into its songwriting, in 2018? Like things are kind of being taken particularly seriously. How do you do that?
Yeah, I mean, basically, I realized that I don't go through a single conversation without cracking a joke, no matter what the conversation is. So,
you're gonna make a good dad one day, telling your kids that the dog is dying.
I try to stay away from those, but I'm a one-liner kind of guy.
Okay.
And Tyler, who is the other main songwriter, is also he's an aggressively funny person.
Oh, yeah.
You know, will throw a slapstick joke in there, you know, at any time he thinks people are looking. So, you know, I just kind of I just try not to fight it. If I think I have a good joke, I'll put it in there. And yeah, if something sticks, then it doesn't matter whether it's funny or not. Like, plus what's wrong with being funny, you know? Whatever.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with that. I just feel like it's I personally think it's a hard act to pull off, but you wouldn't be here if we didn't think you pulled it off in admirable fashion.
The other thing too is like some of these songs, and I can say this because I didn't, you know, a lot of them I don't write. Some of these songs are sick. It's like okay, it's really funny, but then it's like a hard rock riff comes out of nowhere, and like, you know, it's sweet.
Well,
it's really fun.
Do you think like how much better does that material translate, do you think, since you have 4 sort of top tier musicians presenting it to people? You think that helps people take it more seriously?
I never thought about that. I mean, we're all trying to be good at what we do.
That's a quote of the night.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always this concept of like, I always say take your work seriously, never take yourself seriously. So, but like if you're putting yourself in that work, like that notion of the song, no matter what, whether or not it's particularly funny or there's things in it, like it still has to be good. So it's that weird balance of you can always have something that's a little goofy in something, or something that's a little bit of a gag, a goof and a gag. But as long as the song's still good, it doesn't matter really.
Yeah.
How serious you're taking yourself within it.
Yeah. This is pretty much the first original band I've ever been in that really has lasted more than a year. So it's been a whole new learning curve for me. And I think the thing about this band is like we try to just have a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
And you know, I personally write a lot of songs that are not that fun. So like it was sort of a little, you know, it's a transition getting into this band and being like, all right, wait a minute, this is a whole other kind of way to do music.
Yeah, a new way to, you know, a way to re-identify yourself. And do you find that to be kind of a challenge to maybe only bring a certain type of material to this group?
Yeah. But what's going to happen with this group is we're kind of in a transition because like we did a lot. I'm really happy with what we did this year. We played so many gigs, and we put out this EP, you know, all within a year.
Yeah, it's called Believe the Hype.
It's called The Hype.
Oh.
Or as you might say it's the Hype EP.
There you go. Yeah. That's what you should start calling it.
Right.
To really confuse all the reviewers.
Yeah. Not as confusing as the You EP. EP.
Yeah.
But
What's that band cover band that's called the Band Band?
Yes, the
That's
band
what I
band.
keep thinking about.
That's great stuff.
They're really good too. I saw them in New Orleans.
But
They're
like,
incredible.
come on now.
Yeah.
They're great.
But we're trying to figure out kind of what our direction is going to be right now. 'Cause we started off, we were like, you know, we hadn't even practiced together, and we played a bunch of songs that I had already written. And we really had the name Xerri just because, like, if this band falls apart in like 6 months, I don't want to have just like made a new YouTube channel, made a new website, gotten all my friends to like another project of mine.
Ain't that the way, man?
Yeah.
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
that is the worst.
So, but we are, yeah, but we are very clearly like a different band than we were when we started. And like, you know, most of the songs that we play, at least the ones that we've been playing a lot, like Tyler writes a lot of those. We play one of Brandon's, and like we're kind of.
And can I say too, Brandon is an incredible
He's sick
guitar player.
Yeah.
I mean,
Brandon Broderick.
Oh, dude, he is insane.
Yeah. Oh, he's nasty. he's definitely a driving force.
Like whether it's the full band, and I mean, you're no slouch either. It's like you guys go back and forth. And I've seen just the two of you play acoustically, and he is still just an absolute monster.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Oh wow!
He drinks a lot of coffee, so that's probably how he's.
Yeah,
so good.
it's like, but what a band! Like everybody can just play. Like I love seeing a band that like can just get in the weeds and just play.
Yeah, it's fun, and we're what we try to do a lot, which for now it's been like mostly the covers that give us the platform, but we're trying to get in the improv space a lot.
Yeah.
That's sort of like, that's what we want, rather than structured improv, like anything can happen. And so we do that with a lot of our covers, and we're starting to write songs where we can do that too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now, you've got this new EP. You've started to kind of establish yourself beyond, those sort of early goings as a cover act. I guess my last question though is like, what's the big picture goal for the band, for you / the band?
Yeah. That's part of the question that we're trying to answer with this band.
Okay.
We want to be going more the original route. And playing the bars is not, I personally don't think it's really helping that. 'Cause like I said, when people walk into a bar, they're not there to listen to music.
How often do you play out here?
Not that much. We want to do it more. I just sent out a whole bunch of emails. So if anybody out there is listening, we'd love to play. We're pretty good. We try really hard, and we sure have a lot of fun.
Think we could help him out, Chris? You want to help him out?
No, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm busy.
I would love
sorry.
to play a show with the Burns.
Oh, we
man.
would. Yeah.
You guys are so fun.
Well, the way like Joey and Fern go back and forth is how you and Brandon go back and forth, like on just trading off solos and stuff like that. Like it would really be a wonderful
I'm down.
fit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Make it happen, Chris.
I know Hendo. I've met him a few times, and he's great. Love that guy.
He's a goof and a guy. I'm gonna go see him play after this.
I'll probably join you. Up until tonight, the only words we'd ever said to each other were, "It's nice to finally meet you."
Yeah, I think you literally walked up to me and you're like, "Hi, I'm Sir Xerri." I'm like, "Oh, that's who this is.
Yeah.
I've finally seen them."
Yeah.
I feel like we've been Facebook interacting for a pretty long time.
You guys you have such a good live thing going. It's just, I felt like I knew you already. So,
Oh yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Felt like I knew you, and then I saw the hat. I was like, "Now I really know this guy."
That's it. Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us. Thanks for chatting.
Been a
We're
pleasure.
gonna hear a couple songs in a little bit, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
Excellent. Can't wait. Sir Xerri, everybody.
Thanks so much, brother. This week's episode of OneMore is brought to you by the Asbury Park Music Foundation. The APMF, or AMP, if you're feeling fancy, raises money to support youth music programs throughout Asbury Park that provide lasting skills, self-confidence, and life-changing experiences for underserved kids in our community. This includes funding for the Hip Hop Institute at the Boys and Girls Club of Monmouth, in-school music programs at Hope Academy, and scholarships for kids to attend the Lake House Music Academy. APMF, AMP, also hosts free summer concert series to bring communities together through the power of music. Music Mondays at Springwood Park brings the past and present together to showcase what Asbury has to offer. The Asbury Park Concert Band, now in its 73rd year of shows on the boardwalk, playing jazz and big band music, and Asbury Park Live on Wednesdays in front of Mogo and Watermark, which spotlights emerging bands from all over New Jersey. If you're interested in keeping Asbury Park's legacy of music alive by making a meaningful difference for the underserved youth in our community, head to Asbury Park Music Lives or AsburyParkMusicLives.org to make a donation. And while you're there, pick up a Music Saved Asbury Park t-shirt. All proceeds make it possible to support Music Save My Life youth program. And now, ladies and gentlemen, catch me if you can.
Let's just roll into the event stuff while Think it's safe to say that I'm bad luck. Think it's safe to say I'm a black cat crossing your path. Now you look like you're giving up. Wear the world on your shoulders all of the time. Why do you do this to yourself? When you die, it's done. No time to feel bad. Just make things right when you're still breathing. I wanna be the good news in your worst days. Let's make our own world we can walk any which way. We got our own fears fears, but oh, we don't care. Yeah, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's make our own luck. We can go anywhere. Wanna break a mirror, don't wanna be bad luck. Don't you hate the situations when you feel so stuck? Like a cannibal, you're eating yourself away. Turn your brain off, turn your brain off. Wanna break a mirror, don't wanna be bad luck. Don't you hate the situations when you feel so stuck? Like a cannibal, you're eating yourself away. Turn your brain off, turn your brain off. I wanna be the good news on your worst days. Let's make our own world, we can walk any which way. We got our own fears, but oh, we don't care. Yeah, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's make our own luck, we can go anywhere. I can be what you need. No, I don't mind. No, I don't mind. Let's show them that we can do this right. Let's show them that we can do this right. Let's show them that. Gonna party tonight. I wanna be the good news on your worst days. Let's make our own world, we can walk any which way. We got our own fears, but oh, we don't care. Yeah, whoa, whoa. Let's make our own luck, we can go anywhere. Thank you. So one more? Cool. So this one's called Save Yourself. Both songs are on my self-entitled EP, which you can find on all those good streaming sites. Some of the bad ones too. Equal coverage. Why would anyone blame you for doing what's best for you? Nobody said that it's our way or the highway. Nobody said that this is do or die. If there's a problem, we should resolve it. Let's do what friends say they do. Save yourself. Save yourself. Save yourself. Opportunity, doors closing. Nobody's gonna remember in the morning. It's opportunity, doors closing. Nobody's gonna remember in the morning. Some nightmares don't happen when you're sleeping. Everybody's a drowning victim. Lack of air is nothing but a symptom of disease that we have. Being stuck in the past, narrow-minded and crass. How long will we last? Save yourself. Save yourself. Save yourself. It's opportunity, doors closing. Nobody's gonna remember in the morning. It's opportunity, doors closing. Nobody's gonna remember in the morning. Some nightmares don't happen when you're sleeping. Save yourself. Save yourself. Save yourself. Nobody's coming back for you. Nobody cares what you do. The leader, now the forgotten, wants a savior but hung up and rotten. Save yourself. Save yourself. Save yourself. Opportunity, doors closing. Nobody's gonna remember in the morning. It's opportunity, doors closing. Nobody's gonna remember in the morning. Some nightmares don't happen when you're sleeping. Thank you.
Events for the week of August 20th. Monday, August 20th. Finding Phoebus, Blacklight Circle, and Joey Henderson, never heard of him, at the Saint at 7:30 p.m. Go there right now. Text while driving. Matt Smith supports it. OneMore's Happy Mondays at the Wonder Bar at 8 p.m. Tuesday, August 21st. Sir Xerri himself is hosting open mic at the Old Town Pub in Bordentown. Dave Vargo, the writer of such hits as The Milkshake Song and The Macarena, hosts a peer session at Pierce Memorial Church in Farmingdale featuring Bobby Mahoney and Emily Grove, two angels on this planet. That's at 7:30. Dave Appy, Tara Dente, and Dave Mooney at the Downtown at 8 p.m. And of course, the Vlasic Classic open mic hosted by Cranston Dean at the Chubby Pickle in Highlands. It's the Chubby Pickle. They got beer. Wednesday, August 22nd, Earth Telephone and Good Luck Spaceman are at Asbury Live, the First Avenue Green Space, or is it just First Avenue Green? First Avenue Green. Sir Xerri, never heard of him. Noah Rochwork and Meg Barry at the Downtown at 8 p.m. Joshua Van Ness, Kate Dressed Up, My One, My Only, and The Values are at the Asbury Hotel at 8 p.m. Thursday, August 23rd, the second annual Rap versus Punk at the Saint. Brian, are you more rap or are you more punk? He's more punk. Strange Agenda, Cheap Horse, and the Tide Bands at AP Brewery at 7 p.m. Kim Bioko and... is it Bioko? Excuse me. Kim Boyko and Dave Vargo, the writer of such hits as, I don't know, Screw It, Stairway to Heaven, at Novita Bistro and Lounge at 7 p.m. And Jersey Jung and...
you wrote Livin' La Vida Loca.
Oh yeah, Dave Vargo also wrote Livin' La Vida Loca. Jersey Jung and Michael Brent, that weird little show Jersey was talking about, is on Highland Park in New Jersey at 7 p.m. Message Jersey for details. Catch me if you can. Hey, 81 Rich at Cafe Underground at 7 p.m. Friday, August 24th, Dentists, their homecoming shows at Langosta Lounge with Sunshine Spaz, RGD, Little Vicious, and Renee Maskin of Low Light are at the Asbury Park, Asbury Park Yacht Club. I was going to say Asbury Park Wine Club at ABYC at 9 p.m. Brittany on Fire presents Apollo Saunders, Brianna Musco, The Afraid Brigade, Dano at the Asbury Hotel at 8:30 p.m. and Fiona Silvers, Pamela Flores, and Natalie Farrell at the Saint at 9:30 p.m. Saturday, August 25th, happy birthday to Jake Foy from Alpha Rabbit. Finding Phoebus, Toast, True Will, Melatonin, Skiver, All-Star Music in Flemington at 6 p.m. Tide Bands, Hex Machine, Mohican at Ortleby's at 8 p.m. Brother Valiant, Levy and the Oaks, never heard of them, at Langosta Lounge at 8 p.m. They're pretty good. Scout makes his debut at the Chubby Pickle along with Keith Egan and Matt DeBrow at 9 p.m. Chubby Pickle, they have beer. The Spins, Zach Rusak and Renee Maskin of Low Light, doing a lot of solo shows this week, are at Krogs and Sparta at 10 p.m. And on Sunday, close out your weekend with Jar Jacket, Wild Pink, Man Dancing, and Tony Clark at the AP Brewery at 7 p.m. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Sir Xerri.
Joke about how loud Chris's voice is, or what? That's fine. Hey, when are you gonna tell Chris that his mic is off, huh? Thanks, Chris. Just kidding. I love you. All right, this song is track 2 off our EP. It's called Sympathetic Response. Hang on, the guitar's not on. Now this song is track 2 off our EP. It's called Sympathetic Response. It's awful hot in here. My ears are burning red. It looks like you're doing just fine. Must have been something I said, not quite on solid ground, and how my blood reveals it. I'm not sure if you can tell, but I can always feel it. Ooh, vasodilation. Ooh, yeah, vasodilation. Well, I put my foot in my mouth. Not sure if you can see it. Well, I won't forget my line, no. I'm destined to repeat it 1,000 times. Ooh, vasodilation. Ooh, yeah, vasodilation. Ooh, vasodilation. Ooh, yeah, vasodilation. I'm going flush again. I'm going flush again. I'm going flush again. I'm going flush again. And I can always feel it. Ooh, vasodilation. Ooh, yeah, vasodilation. Ooh, vasodilation. Ooh, yeah, vasodilation. I can always feel it. Ooh, 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 vasodilation. Thank you. Hey, thank you. Big shout out to the Sir Xerri singers off stage. I appreciate that. And big shout out to Catch Me If You Can for letting me borrow his guitar. I appreciate it. This is one that the band plays. It's called Bordentown Beach. It's about living in that special town. Behind the railroad, under the highway, make plans for Sunday 'cause the tide rolls in on Monday. There's a party at the Boathouse Club. We'll be swinging from the chandeliers above. Well, old Napoleon, he told his brother, you should build a house here, we could visit one another. He didn't waste no time, he liked the changing tide. He put a house up on the New Jersey side. Oh, whoa, yeah. Down at Bordentown Beach. Down here the river gets wide. You can swim across if you're so inclined. We got until 3:45. If we don't get a move on, we'll be swimming in the shore. So grab your kayak or a canoe. We're gonna meet up in, low tides at 2. Don't need no invitation, no, just grab a ride. And come swim out while we've got the tide. Oh, whoa, 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 yeah. Down at Bordentown Beach. Down here the river gets wide. You can swim across if you're so inclined. We got until 3:45. If we don't get a move on, we'll be swimming in the shore. Thank you.
All right, where's Catch Me If You Can? Where'd he go? All right, let's bring him out. Great job.
Hey,
thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, are we hugging? Wow, all right.
That was an intense
That's, yeah. Whoa, oh, all right. That's
Oh, man, thank you.
All right.
Look at that. He's hugging everyone.
Let's have a seat. Let's have a seat. Yeah, we had some laughs. It's been good.
What do I do here?
You can stand and do
Put your
make
hand on my
faces.
shoulder.
No, it's good. Here. That's it. I can't do better than that. This is for Chris Dubrow, Sir Xerri. Catch me if you can.
Put your hand on my shoulder.
I am, I have been, and I remain Brian Erickson. This is One More. We'll see you next week.
That's a wrap, boys.
Oh, amazing.
Wow. All right.